So let's start with the news and then we'll look at the price and technical analysis features. So this is the first one. Could Russian rumors be reviving NIO? Surged 15% today. Well, guys, you see how the mass media, like, they are overestimating things. Indeed, there are just rumors, and every sane person, investor, should understand that there is basically no country with a huge capital which would be ready to buy any crypto, including Bitcoin, right now, because the centralized nature of cryptocurrencies implies that if something would happen with the value of crypto, including Bitcoin, which is the most stable, then people who made the decision to buy this crypto would suffer. So nobody would be that risky, right? Because there's nobody to ask from. Like, if you buy, let's say, bonds from the United States, then it's backed by economy, and Bitcoin backed by just pure value, intrinsic value, and politicians are not ready to do such decisions. Again, this article referring to the words of Vladislav Ginko, which is pretty much irrelevant to the whole bubble of this news, in previous news as well, so I wouldn't take it that seriously. Second news about the Winklevoss brothers. They believe Bitcoin will surpass gold and remain leading crypto. Well, we all know that they are bullish, and they are making a lot of things for promoting Bitcoin and crypto, and yeah, they are smart people. I don't think that they are like make wrong statements or wrong investments in general, right? So yeah, I think that I wouldn't mind I wouldn't mind if it will surpass gold. In fact, in my personal opinion, maybe not 2019, of course, but at some point Bitcoin should do that. Like, it is much more flexible than gold, and in our digital society it should happen, if not tomorrow, then within certain amount of time. Okay, so anyway, that looks bullish within the overall media statement. So, sort of sad news from Eric Voorhees. He tweeted that they had to fire like 37 people, probably a third of their staff. Shapeshift is a nice company in crypto, in my opinion. I like them, what they're doing, but probably the market is low, and maybe the lack of demand and so on. Probably they will recover quite soon, but just a little bit of a hard time right now. This is the good news. This guy, it is the Hong Kong billionaire Li Ka-shing. He's behind the Horizon Ventures, who invested in Bakkt during the fundraising company, which in the first round had like $182.5 million. So he, quite an old guy, but he has, I believe, a team of the educated investing specialists, and they usually don't, like, SegMod is one of the richest people, it's stated, in the world. They don't usually make big mistakes. Again, like, we are continuing to make a list of the huge companies, high capital companies, who are investing in crypto even during this bear market, actually, which is the best time to do that. So bullish. Not that, well, let's look at this news. I was going to say it's not that bullish right now for this one, but let's look closely into that. You remember that we were talking about that Japan is considering to run the crypto-backed ETF, and what is in this article is that Japan's financial regulator denies interests in Bitcoin ETF. So the thing is, Bloomberg published an article referring to the anonymous source, and Cointelegraph asked the FSA, which is the Financial Services Agency of Japan about what are they like considering about the crypto-backed ETF or something. And what they answered is, at this moment, we are not exploring an approval of ETFs based on crypto assets. And you see how this statement is, it's sort of vague. They don't say that they are not considering the ETF. They are saying that they're not exploring an approval, which of course, like if they are just exploring the possibility of making ETF, it's a different stage. So maybe Japanese people in FSA, they're like don't want to be overstating like the rest of the mass media, well, the whole mass media is doing. So I wouldn't take it as that a bad news right now. So just consider this as a possible at least a delay, or maybe a cancellation of this option, but not 100%, right? And let's talk real quick about this situation in the market from the technical analysis point of view. What you see right now is that we have this nice red candle in both altcoins, total capitalization, and Bitcoin price. So generally, at the moment which I'm making this video, is the price is basically in the same level which we had before this pump. So I don't think that will go that far to the downside, but you know, everything can happen. However, if it will stay here, basically it's really sharp candle. Like you see 5 minutes chart is basically just very sharp candle. What would happen, in my opinion, that will probably stop within one of the main support. Maybe we have a chance to go to 3,600, but I don't think that this is the beginning of the great drop. It's just mirror-like action from this rise. So we'll see. However, my personal opinion, I will just move my stop orders a little bit tighter, let's say, to still be in the profit, but I wouldn't sell on this drop. It's in my opinion, it's rather silly to sell on the drop, so you need to sell somewhere around here. So hopefully we will either have very low where we can get some additional buying, like maybe somewhere around here, or maybe to 3,500. Everything is on Coinbase right now, or we will continue to be in the same old channel, this one, and that is pretty much nice, a nice of the basis for the future movement, probably upside. So again, not so much of the reason to panic in my opinion, but be careful what you're having in your stop orders. So they shall be right now, they think they shall be pretty much tight with at least the area where we don't have the loss. Okay, let's look how will it play out. You see a lot of the triangles, a lot of the formations were broken downwards, so it's very easy, especially on this total capitalization part. This channel was broken downwards. I would expect it to return because a lot of the altcoins were pretty much bullish and looked very strong, but actually with this continued rise of the price of altcoins, we need to cool off. Maybe not that sharp drop should be either stopped in a certain level or corrected quite soon. So I still think it's not really a sustainable drop, and we will return back pretty soon. Okay, let's look how will it play out. So maybe we'll have this new low. If you remember, we looked at this triangle right here, and this is a very important one from the recent drop. We had this one, and we were at the top of this triangle. Now we're at the bottom of this triangle, and we actually pierced it a little bit lower, but basically returning back inside right now. probably will return, I think, and continue to trade it within this area. If not, if it will show that we are below this previous bottom of this triangle and will continue to trade below that, maybe it will be the beginning of this pattern to play out, and we are going that to the new low or something like that. It's really likely. So the main thing which I would consider to pay attention right now is this formation. Okay, thank you for being with me, and hope to see you tomorrow in the next update. Goodbye.